Why is weight loss so difficult? Why is fat loss so hard? In this video, I'm going to give you 3 reasons why I think people make it more difficult than it needs to be, how to fix those in order to make it easier than ever. This has worked really well with my clients, so stay tuned because those 3 reasons are coming up. What is up, For Faith family? This is Aaron with For Faith Fitness, and on this channel I talk about weight loss and fat loss, and that's it. That is my primary goal, is to help you lose weight and lose fat. So consider subscribing. When you subscribe to this channel, I like to think of you as one of my clients because I really do care, and if you continue to watch my videos, you will see that I really care about you reaching your fat loss goals, and I want to treat you just like one of my regular clients and give you the best of me that I absolutely can. So let's go ahead and hop on into it. The first thing that people do to make this more difficult than it needs to be is the suffering aspect of weight loss. We think that if we aren't going to suffer, the more we suffer, the better we're going to do. And if we aren't going to suffer, that we're not doing good. And so that means from a food standpoint and from a workout standpoint, we're going to be going to the gym, we're going to be busting our butts and practically dying, and then we're also going to be giving up everything that we love in terms of food, and that suffering is going to lead to weight loss. And so the rebuttal to this is you have to make it something that you love. And you can think about it with anything else in life. People don't quit things that they love, right? If a person loves to read and you have another person who absolutely hates reading, the person who hates reading might wonder, how does that person read so many books? How do they do it every single day? I just hate reading. And that's because that person loves it. They're never going to give that up. That's something, escaping reality or whatever it is. That's just something that they absolutely love. And so you have to make this workout, fitness, lifestyle something that you love as well. And you'll never quit it. So how do you do that? The first thing is intrinsic versus extrinsic motivation. You've probably heard this before, but intrinsic motivation is doing something for yourself, and it is, I feel better, I feel more confident, I just feel more at peace, whatever it is. There's lots of things for intrinsic motivation versus extrinsic, which is a little bit more shallow. And at first, that's okay. It's gonna be extrinsic at first. And that might be fitting into a bathing suit for summer. That might be getting a girl or getting a guy. That might be feeling, more confident at parties or something like that. Again, there's lots of reasons for extrinsic, but you want to eventually turn that to an intrinsic motivation, which is going to last longer because you feel good and because you like it. And that kind of leads to my next point, which is how to fix this suffering mentality and to make fat loss easy is to give it time. Fit people love this lifestyle. Why do fit people love it and why do non-fit people not love it? I don't think that there's a difference between those groups. I don't think it matches the reading example perfectly. I think it's because the fit people have experienced the benefits of being fit. They've experienced how it makes them feel. They've experienced how it makes them look, which, don't get me wrong, that's forever going to be a benefit, is how you look. It might be shallow and extrinsic, but it's still going to be a benefit. And they've experienced how this lifestyle makes them feel. So they're going to stick with it. They start to love it. And so really, you just have to give it time. You might not love it now, but with a little bit of time, you are going to start really feeling the benefits. And it doesn't have to be when you're, at your end. Give it 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you're going to start feeling the benefits, and it'll only get better and better from there. And so one of my other rules to fix this problem is to allow enjoyment, especially enjoyment of food. So, with my clients, I'm just going to take pizza as an example. I tell them, if you are craving pizza, the only way to take the suffering out of it is to have that pizza. You're never going to get to a point where you just don't want pizza anymore. I mean, who doesn't want pizza anymore? There's not many people out there, and, if they don't like pizza, then they like something else, that just want to take out all delicious food from their lives. So I always tell my clients to literally plan in the pizza. Plan it in for your next favorite day, Friday or Saturday or whatever that is, the next day that you're excited about. Plan it in, make it a part of the plan, eat those slices of pizza, food log, 3 slices, 4 slices, eat those slices of pizza, and then it's a part of your plan. And there's more to this. I can go more in depth on that in future videos, but allowing yourself some enjoyment, moving on, and getting back on your plan or getting back with it is the key to that. So the last thing here on this first point is that things are going to happen, right? The kids are going to need X. Your spouse is going to need a ride to the airport, which is going to make you tired and make you miss your workout the next day. Things are going to come up. That's real life. Things come up for the people who have achieved their fitness as well. The difference between the people who have achieved their fitness and the people who haven't is that when things come up for the people that achieve their fitness, they didn't find ways around it. Not every time. Trust me, things are going to come up where you're not going to be able to go to the gym and work out or something. They've just moved on. You just got to move on. Missing one workout or 2 workouts or even 3 workouts, let's say you go on vacation for a week, it's okay. Vacations are going to happen. Real life is going to happen. And it's something that you have to get used to and let yourself move on from. So that is key. So reason number 2 that people, or the thing that people do to make weight loss difficult, is doing too much too soon. And you probably have heard that one before, but I want to go a little bit more in on it. I have a list here. So a person, when people come to me, they always want to change all these things all at once. Diet, workout, they want to wake up early, they want to start food logging and meal prepping, and then, man, if you're not a food logger or a meal prepper, like, you got to be ready for this eventually. The dishes, the struggle is real. The dishes are just, man, I hate dishes, and whenever you're meal prepping, I mean, you just have so many dishes. I'm discovering dishes that I didn't even have, and it's like my whole sink will be overflowing. So that's a consequence of kind of all these other things. And don't get me wrong, that's a good thing to want to make all these changes, but you can't make them all at once. We don't do that with anything else in life. We don't try to change every aspect of our life all at once with anything else besides fitness. With fitness, we change everything: nutrition, exercise. I just gave you a small list there, but we try to change all these things. And of course, one of them is going to go wrong. It's going to make us feel bad. And because you can't change all these things. You can't be perfect at that. So a lot of times I just want my clients to focus on one thing at a time, master that, feel good about that, and move on. And while you're doing that one thing without the other 7, you're going to be finding success. You're going to be losing weight. You're going to be feeling better. You're going to be feeling more confident. And so it's okay. Give it time and enjoy that. So the first thing that I want you to focus on is for changing one thing at a time is exercise. Exercise is very beneficial for reasons that most people don't know of or think of. Exercise itself isn't going to actually help you lose that much weight in and of itself, but all the consequences of exercise, the positive feeling, the scheduling, the momentum building, there's lots of things to it. That is what's going to help. So at first, really focus on just your exercise. Take 2, 3, maybe even 4 weeks and focus on just getting the habit of exercise, and don't worry about the food logging and everything at first. The next thing is going to be food logging, and I always tell my clients, eat anything you want and any amount you want. I mean, literally no rules. You just have to log it. And because food logging can be a learning curve as well. Once you get your hand on that, on the actual logging part of it, then we can focus on what you're eating so much. Excuse me. And that's where meal prepping comes in. That's the third habit that I have my clients learn. And that one is definitely a learning curve to it. But you've already got the exercise and the food logging down, right? So you could fail a million times at meal prepping and you're already doing pretty good. You will be advancing with those other 2. And so it'll be much easier to meal prep and to get frustrated with that without quitting, because you are going to be frustrated at first, if you've already got 2 habits out of the way, so much so that you almost don't have to focus on them anymore. Whenever you're trying to do the meal prepping and you're focusing on those other habits, that's whenever it can get overwhelming and a person quits. So next thing that comes is the meal prepping. And then the last thing, and this is the biggest one, even though this is the last, this is kind of, you're doing this the whole time. Failure equals success. I call it the failure equals success habit. And that is where you are learning that your failures are your success. No one has ever done anything great in fitness, business, anything, without failing many more times than they have succeeded. No one has done anything awesome without failing. And you have to learn from those. Let's say you miss 3 workouts in a row after work. You have to learn from that. Okay, what can I do to be better? Not be defeated. It's not you that sucks. It's your plan that sucks, right? A lot of people end up blaming themselves. So learn from it. What can you do to do better? Maybe you put your gym bag in your car to remind you or to encourage you. Maybe you take a different route home so you're driving by the gym. Maybe you do have to wake up in the morning. Maybe you have to start working out at home. And, there's many routes to doing that. And so learn from your mistakes. That's just one example, but learn from your mistakes. Let those be your success. That is absolutely key in your long-term weight loss goals. So the third thing that people do wrong that makes weight loss harder than it needs to be is they put time limits on it. And they think this is a temporary thing. It's a vacation from real life, and this isn't going to be this way forever, right? Get this through your head. This lifestyle is forever. And if that scares you, then, and I'm going to kind of go over how to make that not so scary. But if that scares you right now, then in this present moment, you are not ready, fully ready for this lifestyle with the way that you're thinking about it. So let me try to help you change how you're thinking about it. And that is not all at once. What if I told you you were just exercising the rest of your life? You'd be like, well, I guess it's not too bad, right? And especially after you start exercising a little bit, you're going to realize that's really not too bad. And so once exercising is a habit and it's out of the way, then you're just going to be food logging for the rest of your life. And adding both those at once might be a little bit intimidating, but having a habit that you don't even have to think of, like brushing your teeth, it just comes naturally. You just wake up in the morning, brush your teeth. Food logging isn't going to be so bad. And so adding one thing at a time, this is a process. You're going to be improving. You can do this. Tackling one thing at a time, this will be a permanent lifestyle. I promise. Everyone who's fit, this is a lifestyle. And there's nothing better about them. It's just that it's become habitual, and they've reaped the benefits, and they love it. Point number one that I said in this video, they love it, and so they never quit it. And I promise, when you love this, doing it the rest of your life is not a problem at all. And so, so this is a permanent thing. Give it time. We kind of went over that a little bit. And this is a cool one, very corny. I was debating whether I was going to do this in this video. But focusing on the journey. And you've heard that before, right? Focus on the journey, and that is corny in and of itself. But what I tell my clients to do, especially whenever I work with them in person, because I can kind of physically show them, if you want, right now, if you're in your room or something, you can stand up and do this, or not, if you're at work, or I don't know, if you're watching this in a place that you can't do it, then just imagine in your head. But close your eyes and just listen to my voice. But if you tunnel vision on your feet, right, if you only can see your feet, and you take one step, another step, and you just, the toes are just getting in front of the other toes, right? These small little steps. After you take 50 steps, if you look up and look where you've gone, you're just like, and this is in a literal sense, it's like, well, that's further than I thought I was going to be, because you see your surroundings, you tunnel vision on your feet, you take 50 tiny little steps, and you're like, that's further than I thought it was going to be. That is exactly how fitness is. You have to enjoy the journey. You have to enjoy those little successes, small things like lifting more on dumbbell bench press or whatever it is, going out with your friends and only having one drink, and, focus on the small successes, the good feelings that come from it. That's what's going to lead to your ultimate weight loss success, is when you get lost in the journey, because then this will happen if you give it a chance. You'll be doing this for 6 months, and you'll think, man, have I really been doing this for 6 months? Have I really been doing this for a year? And you forget. It's usually the other way, right? We do it for 2 weeks, and we're like, I feel like I've been doing this for 4 months. Well, eventually it flips, and you're like, have I really been doing this for 2 years? And when you've been doing this lifestyle for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you will succeed. And I know that it's not fun to think about that many years. It's not going to take you that long to make a drastic change. But just knowing that, looking back on that wasn't so bad. I promise the time's going to pass faster than you think, and you're going to enjoy every second of it. Really learn to enjoy this journey. That's what's important, and that's how you fix that last problem of the time limits, is enjoying the journey. You won't even feel like you're on a time limit anymore, because it'll be so enjoyable. So thank you guys for tuning into this video. That is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the video. As I said towards the beginning, I think I said this towards the beginning, I want to treat you as one of my clients. I really, really care about your success. So it would mean the world to me if you became part of the family, subscribe to the video, and your payment to me is through likes, sharing, and just showing me some love. So I really appreciate you guys' time. I appreciate you tuning in and everything. So till next week, God bless.